Hi, hello. Good afternoon to all. Uh, yeah, we will start the session. Today we are going to deal with the session 2 of our design thinking for HR. I just would like to inform you all that can you please rename, because I could see some of the names are not correct. Could you please rename by your name? Okay. Yeah. Today, actually, we are going to deal with the first step of design thinking, that is empathy. Today's session is empathy session. Before that, let me check. Am I audible to you all? Could you please give me thumbs up? Okay, fine. Yes, thank you. Today, as I told you, it is the first step design thinking, which is actually very, very important, or we could say the foundation of design thinking. That is the first step that we are going to deal with. Actually, this step, that is empathy or empathize, this will truly help us to understand or make the people understand that are you going or are you doing the right way of designing, or you are just jumping to the solutions. So this step is essential for us to understand, are we going to the are we going through the path of right way of finding the solution, or we just doing like that is jumping into the solution. So actually this part should not be done. Actually, we should not jump into the solution. So that is why we have all these steps. If we jump into the solution, what happens is you our outcome may go wrong, actually, because that is actually comes under when we are looking forward for the solution. First of all, we won't be actually finding the solution for the real problem in that scenario, actually. So that is why we go by step, not jumping into the solutions first. Let me share my screen. So yes, today. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible to you all. So yeah, as I told, the session is empathize, understanding the employees deeply. It's me, Shensi, who will be facilitating, will be handling the 2 hour session. Okay, so those who are new to this is about me. So maybe some of you could know, like, couldn't get the chance opportunity to join yesterday, maybe because of some reasons. So this is about me going forward. So why we need to handle this session, or why this session is actually important. So here the first point itself says that understand real user needs. So yesterday we have dealt with the term, that is assumptions. We should never go behind this assumptions, because this is where we make the first mistake. So we should never assume things or never go behind this. We have to understand the real user needs. So I already told, means a user, maybe it could be our client, it could be the employees, it could be the customers that we are dealing with, whoever it is. So it should be, we should be able to understand, or we should be in a position to able, in understanding our employees or our clients. So people often design this based on what the user may think. This is what he or she is thinking. We just assume the things, like, okay, this is what she needs, or this is what he needs. So we just assume the things instead of getting deeper into what the user actually really needs. That is one part of this design thinking. And empathy, this empathy sessions actually help you to discover what actually, or what the user actually feel, what the user think, and what is the need of the user. I mean, like, what he or she needs. So this is the very important part of the design thinking. and the first and foremost step also, that is empathize. So now identify it. What are the other things it will help for? So the next thing it will help is identify the hidden problems. So many problems are actually not obvious. Many problems are not obvious. So through the observation or through the interaction, we can uncover the pain points of users, which the users are not ready to directly express. Actually, some of the users or clients are in that way. They won't be able to express directly what are their pain points. So through observations, it will help us to do that. Then the next one is improve innovation quality. So how this will work? This is just like a better understanding. Better understanding gives us better ideas, actually, correct? So empathy leads to creative and impactful solutions instead of this generic ones. Actually, general things that will be having, or that we have already dumped into our mind, it won't work, actually, correct? So in order to improve the quality, the innovation quality, for better understanding, which will lead to better ideas, actually. Then finally we have the create emotional connection. So that is actually through empathy. This is also a byproduct, actually. So when you empathize, you connect emotionally with your users, clients, which will help in designing experiences that people love, not just like using it, that people would like to share with you, like what is their needs, or how we can make them happy with our product or solution or whatever it is. So that is why we are dealing with this session today. So this session, empathy session, helps us to step into the user's choice, or we will tell it as user's shoes, actually, to understand their real needs, their emotions, the challenges that they are facing, or even we also will have the challenges, because we are going to do the, or we are going to define something that actually the user needs, correct? So that is why we are here today, to deal with the empathy part of the design thinking, which is the first step of design thinking. So as we do it on a daily session, it is like I'm going to give you the session overview. So, yeah, of course, we have dealt with this term, that is human centered HR philosophy. We will deal with that. Then, employee research methods. We will see a few methods of empathy part today. The remaining will be done in the session 3, where we will use the tools, mapping, and all those things. Then, user research techniques. Then, we will have the empathy maps, then personas. Then we will have a few exercise, of course, because without exercise there is no design thinking session, actually. So we will be having, like yesterday, we will have a few tasks in between. Okay, now yes. So, yeah. So these are actually the 5 steps of design thinking, which we had seen actually yesterday. The empathy, then the define, then ideate, which is the step 3. Then we have the prototype. Then we have the test phase. So empathy, the first step, dealing with the emotions, coming up with the real solution. If we have to come up with, we should know the real problem. So for understanding what is the, I mean, to get what is the real problem, we should have the basic good quality of understanding. So that is where empathy deals with. Then we have the define. We will define our problem statement. Then we have the ideate, that is the generating ideas. Then we have the prototype. We will just do a trial and error method of the prototype. Then finally, we will have the test phase. So today we are going to see the first step, that is empathy. So now, what is empathize, actually? So I just want to ask you the question. Okay, let me stop share the screen. Fine. So I would like to ask you all one question. What is the difference between empathy and sympathy? This is the first question. So please come up with the answers. As we already know that this will be interactive kind of session. So what do you feel? What is the difference between empathy and sympathy? Yes, anyone? Quickly, we will do that. What is the
Yeah.
difference between that? What do you feel?
Sympathy, we just feel for the person and we don't take any action on that. We just feel and we just move on.
Okay, ma'am.
Empathy,
Empathy.
a bit of action is involved in. We think
Okay.
from the point of view of the person, what they see, hear, think from that perspective, and then
Okay.
we do take some action on that.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Yes. Anybody else would like to share? What do you think? What is the difference between these two terms actually? Because we use it a lot. Sympathy for some person or empathy for that person. Something. We usually use this term many times. Anybody else would like to answer? Please come up. Yeah, come up with anything. Like whatever would you like you feel to uh, share. Yes, if you are not feeling comfortable in answering, you can just text in chat too. What do you think? What is the basic difference between these two terms? Even though we use this a lot, actually. Yeah, come up with any answers.
Empathy means we put ourselves in someone's situations, how they have feel,
Okay.
what they have felt.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Sympathy means it's feel for someone. We are not in that position. It may be
Hmm.
just understand their feelings. That's it. Likewise.
Okay. Okay. So I'll just do a sum up what you both have shared actually. Thank you for sharing. So, yes, empathy, sympathy, actually, these two terms are different. Even though we use it by mistake, we use it same. Sympathy is actually just feeling for someone else. Like, okay, oh, sorry, saying sorry or feeling sorry for somebody else. Like, okay, this happened for that person, or this is what he or she is facing. That's it. And then we leave that matter. That is usually happen. That usually happens during the sympathy phase actually. But when we deal with empathy is like, as you have told or as you have mentioned, it is like we are being in their shoes, or we are in a stage of understanding what he or she feels. Not only just understanding, we are feeling what they feel. That is actually the exact term for empathy. We feel what others feel. Others feel in the sense, it could be our client, it could be our user, or it is a customer who is approaching us asking for a problem solution product. Maybe it could be in that way too. So that is how empathy deal. Okay, now let me share my screen. Okay, fine. So, yeah, what is empathize? It is understanding the employee needs. Since we are dealing with the employee HR manager phase, so we can define it in that way. So, understand the employee needs and experiences what he or she is experiencing or going through. Then, this is, of course, the step one of design thinking. It is the foundation for user centric problem, because if we are not able to empathize on others, the problems that we are finding, or the solutions for the problems that we are finding would not be the human centered approach for finding the problems. So now, yeah, why it matters, we already know this thing. Like, why this I think we have discussed already this. Like, it improves employee experience in our company. It increases the engagement, the retention, drives better for HR solutions, and of course it is like seeing the world through the employee's eyes. So now, um, so you can just go through this. Actually, this is actually many of the HR or the managers face in their companies. That is like why empathy matters. So people first, policies will be second. We know that we have discussed about the traditional way of HR process in yesterday, in the last session. So traditional way of HR process means their policy comes first actually, and the people comes second or third or the last even. So here in design thinking approach, we have the people first. The policies will be it will be having the second place. Then focus on employee journey and solve the real pain points or touch points of the employee. So see, but the thing is, like, see, if you are if you can just check this one, this image here. See, hiring is well, it's not well, we are blaming the HR. Employee is not performing well since the HR is having the pressure. That time also, the HR will be having the pressures. Then terminated employee, same, blame on HR. Entertainment, again, blame on the HR. Salary is less, again, the HR is going to face that problem, or the employees are going to question the HR. Then salary reduction, blaming the HR again. Yes, correct. But everything, see, unfortunately, we can't blame. Correct? Because they are in that position. But if the policies, we are giving the first place for policies, this is what will happen actually. But if we are giving the first place for the people, everything will change. Okay. Yes. So yeah, here comes the activity for us. So empathy phase. First activity we are going to do, it is think of a time HR solved a problem poor. So you felt that this is not the way, like, this problem was really, it could be solved in another way, it was not the right way, or what went wrong. So this is the first activity for you all. Think of a time HR solved a problem poorly, and you have to mention what went wrong actually during that time. Okay, so we will just take 3 to 5 minutes for this task. Okay, so yes, we will start it. Yeah, your time starts now. Think of a time HR solved a problem poorly and what went wrong. So you can take your time. 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, I'll be giving you 5 minutes. Yes, your time starts now. We have 4 more minutes to go. 2 more minutes. Yes, time up. So, uh, yeah, who will be sharing that task? Um, that is the activity which I have given was think of a time HR solved a problem poorly, and what do you think why it went wrong? So, yes, who is going to share that? Which is that incident, or when did you feel that the HR had solved this problem poorly? Maybe if you are in the designation of HR when you were an employee, what did you feel when this had happened? For of course, this might have happened for everyone, actually, each of us. So think of a time that is HR solved the problem poorly, and what went wrong. What do you think that had gone wrong actually? Yeah. So any maybe 2 or 3 people can share your experience or whatever you have written.
Yeah, can I give my view?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. One thing which I would like to focus over here is mishandling employee conflict.
Okay, ma'am.
So that's one
One
of the
true
things which I
fact.
want to focus on. Yeah. Here, what went wrong is trying to keep peace rather than analyzing the root cause of the problem. We just want to solve the problem and just get away at a particular point of time rather than checking what is the root cause so that it does not happen once again.
Yes, exactly, ma'am.
So that is the one which I just wanted to give it.
Yes,
So
yes. Actually, yeah.
They can just
Yes,
check the process behind it, go with the process, and then identify the problem correctly, solve it so that it does not recur.
yeah. Yes, ma'am. Actually, this had happened. This when ma'am told about this, this reminded me something else which had happened when I was working in one of my previous companies. What had happened was there was a conflict between two teams. That is, employees itself became two teams actually. One team consisting of 3 to 4 people, and another team with 3 to 4 people again. So the employees itself, within them itself, like who should actually works happily or in coordinating with helping others, coordinating with the others, but that didn't work there. The employees itself became into they were into two teams. Then the fight started there, the conflict started there. This was taken to the CEO, then we had an HR. There also they couldn't solve this issue. The same thing continued actually. So yes, this is actually very
True,
important
true.
point, ma'am, that you have discussed actually. Yes. Yeah, anyone else would like to, any incident it could be, and you might have thought that okay, this is not what you are expecting to happen in such a company. Yeah, anyone else, please come up. Yeah, even you can text in chat.
This is here we can go since we are in textile industry. I could say one or two points.
Okay, sir, sure.
First thing, frequently we would have brands or social audits.
Okay,
Sometimes auditor might since some black and white documents will be there, hide and seek games will be there, documents wise, activities, process, everything.
okay, okay,
Sometimes auditor would have caught some document or they would have taken some evidences without knowing that auditor might ask
okay, sir.
questions. We might given the how to say that without knowing that getting idea about without getting idea about it, we could give the false statement. But when we know that when came to know that he got the document, means that that whole audit process will be failed.
Okay, so you
At the
are
end,
talking something about accountability, like
a responsibility of so
okay,
being being an HR, I should
okay,
ensure all that employees awareness documentation, whatever it is that audit flow as per the protocol.
okay, 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 sir.
So that is the thing.
Okay,
Second
yeah.
thing, generally, I could say taking employees' grievances or their a particular bias. It means I'm taking if I'm not okay with you, whatever things you are saying, I'm taking into the personal ego. I'm not
Hmm.
okay with you. So, ma'am,
Okay.
as I said earlier, taking two people conflict as my benefit. So that is also one of
Hmm.
the greatest and worst failure for the HR.
Yeah. Worst thing actually that happens in
Mhm.
companies. Correct, sir.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
That's Mhm.
Okay, okay. Super, sir. Anything else? Any other points, sir?
The any other points means. So I'm not sure. Please don't mistake me. I could feel, especially Mr. Murli Kasinath sir, as well as Miss Santi ma'am and yours. I could feel put your efforts and empathy and sympathy. Since you people are saying that this session should be interactive, but very selective on set of people only having the discussions. If any others also
Yes.
would have give their feedback, it would be happy, more competitive and interactive. Such sessions will be interest.
Yes, yes, yeah. Exactly,
I
sir.
could
Actually, like
I could put
I'm
empathy. I could feel that empathy as well as sympathy.
okay, sir. Sir is giving real time example.
I don't know why people are
So
not decent thinking.
yeah, I'm actually also very much eager because the ideas coming up from different people are actually different. We will
Exactly.
maybe that point we might not have ever thought about that point, but we are getting that
Obviously,
data. Yes, sir.
sure.
So I'm
Their
also like,
view will be different. Their views will be entirely different.
yeah,
We
yes, I
might
do
not
believe
know
you,
about
sir.
their that perceptive
Okay,
perception.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
that's it. I say.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, sir. Yes. Anybody else would like to? because like if one or two people are discussing, what happens is we won't be able to get all those ideas, different ideas. As I have already told, different people have different ideas, correct? So if everyone, or at least five people or three to five people, if they are coming up with like mentality to share, what happens is maybe some things are new to everyone. So yes, anyone else would like to come up with like whatever you have to share? We are just team of actually nine people, so nobody is going to judge you. Nothing. Yes, anybody else would like to?
You can take a vote if people are okay with local language, so that we can plan according as we discussed yesterday, so that they might feel comfortable.
Yeah,
They could share in.
actually, yeah, yes. Yeah, those people, like you can put in chat actually. Yeah, if you want Tamil, I'm ready for that also. Or any other people who don't speak Tamil.
क्या रिचार्ज जो जैसे लाइट हो तो कुछ यहाँ लाइट का रिचार्ज सिस्टम नहीं है यहाँ
Okay, okay. So shall we continue? Yes, I think, yeah, you can, meanwhile, you can put it in chat actually. If you need this to be in your local language, like in between, that also we will do. Yeah, so I'm going to just continue with the session. I hope that's it. No one else would like to share. Fine. Yeah, moving forward. Yeah, let me present it. Okay, fine. So this is one of the activity that we have completed. Now, uh, these are, so we already told that we will be dealing with the employee research methods or the research techniques. So these are the actually main techniques or tools that we use. So you people may be already knowing this, how to use this everything. So the first one is interviews. Then the second tool that helps us or helps any organization is observations. Then we have the surveys. Then we have the focus groups. So now what we will do is we will deal every topic in detail, because this is very important tools that help you people to understand your employee or understand the situation. So the scenario completely, you can just get the real problem, then you can think about the next steps, that is finding the solution. So these are the four steps that are going to help you always. So the first step is actually interview. So you already know like how it happens, like why it happens, actually everything we already know that. So interviews, it is like just one to one conversation with the user, correct? Then it helps to uncover the emotions, the motivations, then the personal experiences, everything comes under this interview. And if we are asking why, then we can go deeper into like how or why it helps. Now, the second step is actually observations. So, observations, why observations? Because if we want to understand the real behavior, we have to do this part, that is observing the situation or observing the people, employees, whoever it is. Okay. So, we will be watching the users in their natural environment, actually, how they are behaving, everything we can just get, we can note all these things. Then shows this observations shows actually what users actually do, and not just actually what they say. So we already know that while we do the interview, those there are a set of people who will just think about, just they will just say free like something, or and they will make us to believe that this is how they are. So these all things happens in the interviews. But during the observation phase you will be able to get caught off there what are they actually doing, not just what from what they are saying. So what they say is different and what they do is actually different. So through observations it will help us. So for like for interviews we can just take an example like okay, a student may say that they don't like online classes, correct? Interviews reveal, but if the student is saying that they don't like online classes, that is just a statement and that's it. But if you're doing this interview, we will be able to understand this interview, we will reveal like why they are not happy with online classes. It could be they are feel isolated, or it could the student feel distracted. I'm just taking the example of a student, okay? So now when the second case, that is observations, if we are dealing with the observations, we are dealing with the same, if we are taking the same example of the student case, a student just says that the study like just the student is saying that I study regularly, but the observations are showing that he or she is getting distracted regularly by maybe phone or something. So he or she is getting calls, a lot of calls while studying. So all these things are distractions. But what happens is they say that they are studying well regularly, but the thing is actually what happens is entirely different, correct? Frequently they are using the phone, they are getting distracted. So when we observe things only, we will be able to know that what is exactly happening, not by like what they say. Okay, so to understand what is actually happening in the scenario, we have to carefully watch. So that comes under observation. Now, moving on to the third step, this is a very, very familiar step nowadays. We have the pulse surveys. I hope it is there in each and every companies. Many of the companies have implemented this thing, that is the pulse surveys. So it happens, companies do that different time frames. It happens sometimes it is weekly twice, or sometimes it is weekly once, or two weeks once it will be. So surveys are actually very, very important because it will help us to understand the trends and patterns, because we know that the person who comes to work, who enters his or her job at the first month, maybe that person won't be acting as the same in the second month. So it depends and it differs depending upon what is happening within the company, because they will come to know about the company later, or maybe it is good or bad. Okay, so I'm not saying that it is always bad, no. So maybe they will be having positive feedbacks, they will be having their own suggestions. So for all these things, what we do is we take the surveys regularly. It is very, very important. So it helps the company to collect data, or actually it helps the HR to collect the data from many users quickly, because just will be having a couple of questions there. They will answer to those questions. We will be able to understand like at what level they are, what is their expectations, what are their suggestions, everything within maybe 5 to 6 questions, or to the max we have 10 questions in pulse surveys. Okay, so this is like the survey part, regarding the survey part. Then finally we have the focus groups. So focus group is actually to understand the group perspective. So we are not dealing with the individual people here, we are trying to deal with how the group thinks. So what is the view of the people in the complete group. So it is done like discussion with the multiple users, together we do that. So it helps to gather different opinions, then we have the different ideas, then we have the yeah, that is what. So here for example, see here, now we all are in one group. So different people will be having different opinions, they will be having different ideas, they are coming up with the different suggestions, or they are doing the task activity in different way. That's it, correct? So this is how the group perspectives are. So user build on each other's thought actually, because we are dealing with multiple users together. So if we take again the student example, we have that student discuss online learning. They will mention that some will be having like some will think that it is boredom, some will think that others will agree to that, some others will disagree to that. So all these things happens during the focus group, understand group perspective actually. Now as a whole, to sum up about all these things, how all these four are working together. So, interview is actually for the deep emotional insights. The second thing, that is the observations, is actually to find out the real behavior. It could be of employees, I told you, right? It may employees, client, or customer, whoever it is. Most probably, like for the time being, we will be focusing on the employee. So observations are to understand the real behavior. And the third one, that is surveys. Surveys is for large scale validation of things. And then we have the focus groups, that is for the diverse perspectives actually. So interviews are for deep emotional insights. The observations are for real behavior, to find out the real behavior, to watch carefully. Then we have the surveys, that is large scale validation. And then we have the focus groups, that is to get the perspectives of multiple perspectives, or we will get a wide variety of perspective actually. So together these all will give the complete picture of the employee or user. This is what happens. So will it help us, these things? Of course, this method will help us to understand what users say, what users do, or what they think and what they feel. So completely it will give the view of their real needs. Okay, so now moving to the next part. Yes, we have the user research techniques. Okay, so we dealt with the employee research techniques, that is interview, then we have the observation, then we have focus groups, then we also have the one more point, that is we have the surveys also. Pulse surveys, we do have the pulse surveys nowadays. Yeah. So now here, this interview, so now we are going to like deal in detail each topic, that is about the interview. Then we will move to the observation, then we will move to the survey, then finally we will move to the focus groups. So first and foremost, the interview. So interview, like, okay, let me ask you itself this question. How do you feel the interview, have you felt any drawback, or have you felt any misunderstanding during any of the interviews that you have attended actually? Maybe it could be like, just consider that if you are in the designation, or if you are in the position of an employee, what about like the interview that you have done with? Is that good? Or any if any HR is here, you can share your experience also. What is some of the like, or what is the worst interview that you had? Anything, good and bad. We will talk about both. Anyone would like to share? You can, one can share their best interview experience, one can share their worst interview experience. It could be from HR side, or it could be from employee side, whoever it is. We will deal with both the sides. Anybody would like to share? You have to share actually. The worst interview that you have done, or and the best interview that you have done, or what have made you feel that that was the worst one, or what had made you feel that it is the best one. Yeah, please come up. Anyway, the cameras are off, right? So you can just talk. Or you can even type in chat. But if we are typing in chat, it will be very, very difficult for you. Yeah, waiting for you people to share your experience.
Why you not select someone who is in the class session?
Okay, I have to call up the name, sir.
Yeah. another way. If I'm
Okay.
in your position, I would do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
good evening, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hi, sir.
Yeah, yeah, this is Mohan here.
Yeah. Can you just introduce, sir?
Yeah, myself Mohan from Ramraj Cotton, Tripur.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, I could not
Great
join
to
yesterday.
listen to you, sir. Yeah.
So today only I could join, even though that too late after getting a reminder call.
It's okay, sir.
Right. So it was a good section that empathy and sympathy.
Okay. Thank you for your feedback, sir.
But see, like best interview
Mm.
which I want to share. Even we have conducted like in campus interview last week at PSG College.
Okay.
So now you might have seen that the alpha candidates are how they are active.
Yes.
So before asking questions, they prepared all the things.
Okay. They were well prepared. Okay.
Yes, come with all the question and answer. They ask us the questions. There is no
Okay.
time. There is no permission for us to ask the questions. They
Okay.
repeatedly ask the questions and as well as along the answers. So we should listen. Finally, I asked her that whether I am interviewer or you are the interviewer.
Okay, sir.
It's nowadays people are getting too active and they are very much interested in the learning.
Yeah. Everyone is learning actually
Yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
Age
It's
is not a limit.
including us,
Yes. Age
without
is not a limit
learning.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Every day we
bad.
are learning. It could be from observations or experiences, anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Bad, which I can share. Like I met somebody like senior level.
Okay. Yeah. I think, sir, your voice is
Presented
breaking.
something in the paper.
Ah, okay, sir. Okay.
Paper is something different, and his presentation was something different.
Oh,
Whatever
okay.
we ask, he says something differently. And however, I had a chat with him for 30 minutes. After completion of interview, I was convincing him that we may not be in a position to recruit him, or we don't have such a vacancy. Also, he's not at all
Okay.
accepting, and he's not ready to listen what I'm saying.
Okay,
So
sir.
it started like anything that I will make it see and those, and I will come with the media. I will do in the press. There are a lot of confusion he made. There is such a 1.5 hour. I was taken a time to convince him.
Okay.
So he made him as like a nuisance. I don't want to mention his name. He's
Okay, okay.
senior, that too very senior person in operation level, AVP category person.
Hmm.
So there are like candidates also coming like this also in a senior level. If it is executive or manager, also you would understand
Okay. So
this
this is
kind.
a very worst thing that you might have
Yeah.
faced.
Yes, yes, yes. Even we were not able to convince him. I was trying to keep him like positive manner that he was not ready. Even left the office after 2 3 hours. He was called me. Even in the night, he was called me. Again after 2 3 days, he called me. Uh,
Okay.
Tough nuisance. Again, he has he has sent a written letter to my chairman. That worst HR department I have seen in my career,
Okay, sir.
and he has given many of things. Example like, and after seeing that letter, my chairman asked me that what happened, and I explained him. He said very simply, "This is what we are learning, and get learned from this. That's all."
Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah,
this,
that is actually, yeah, really, this is the worst thing.
these are the people. There are the people. Even there are many candidates comes after 58 or 57. They comes with they might have changed many companies. Frequent change 1 year, 2 year. He used to continuously change the companies. Not only the company department also they changes. Sometimes they may be IE, they may be the production, they may be the quality. Many places he changes. Sometimes he works as a HR, sometimes admin, maintenance, all the department you might have seen. They says I'm versatile. I can see all the things. Nowadays, we won't consider that the people are having all the knowledge. Nothing. Some section should be the strong, right?
Yeah, deep knowledge in some
Ah,
one section.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, sir.
There are a lot of people I met, like, because
Okay.
we are into not that much corporate level. If it is a in a corporate level, like you people are working in the Chennai, that kind of companies, they may not be allowing in the company itself, gate itself. We are into traditional. We have owner company. We are in the owner company. We have to see the sympathy also, right? It is our brand. Brand should not get spoiled because of these people. They may make many nuisance on this. They may give many comments. See, if we post anything in the Insta, they make many kind of negative comments in the Insta.
Okay, okay.
It all affect our brand, no?
Yes, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's
Sure.
what nowadays we should be
Surely it will.
very careful to handle the people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
This
Okay,
is
sir.
my experience. Just I want to convey it.
Okay, okay. Thank you for sharing,
Thank,
sir.
thank you, ma.
Y-
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else would like to share? It is not just a simple question, right? Like any worst and one worst and one worst. Anyone can share. Only a few people are here. Yes. I think
Okay,
Priya is
I'll
also.
share my experience.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And actually, I went for an interview for the post of a professor. So
Okay.
initially, I had 15 years of experience in academics and then 10 years in healthcare industry.
Okay.
So I went to a college which was handling MBA in healthcare management, thinking that 15 years of experience in teaching, 10 years of experience in healthcare with PhD, I thought I should be a right person for the professor post, though I had the post in the year 2015 itself. So I went there. I went for the interview was conducted. Once the interview got over, they said, according to some UGC criteria, this, that, and all. So at present, we can give you the post of an associate professor, and then later we'll give you a post of professor. So
Okay.
after the interview, then I felt, see, having an experience in the industry as well as in academics, both, when you have it, you're the right person for a post. So after the conducting of all the interview, everything, when I got selected, they say you're selected, but the post was not what I wanted it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so whenever we call the person for an interview, they need to have a thorough analysis, and then they need to call a person for a senior post when they call the people for the interview, not just take for a granted. So that was the learning which I had after the interview.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Yeah. Any other burst one? Yeah. Anybody else would like to share? The best feel that you have got after that means you were able to convey like whatever you have thought of while presenting or while going through the interview. Were you satisfied after the interview? So yes, this is what all things which I was having in my mind, and I have presented. I have done the interview well. I'm like fit for this position. Have you ever thought in that way? Any those kind of interviews? Anyone? No, no. Anybody else would like to share? Yes, I think Priya is here. Hello, hi Priya, ma'am. Are you here? Hello, ma'am. Okay, I think ma'am is not here. Okay, fine. Anybody else? So otherwise, yeah, I'll continue with the session. Okay, fine. So I'll continue with the session. Yes. So we will just see in detail how this interview step is going to help us in dealing with the very good phase. That is a very important, essential foundation phase of design thinking. That is the empathy part. So let me share my screen. Okay. So the first tool is, of course, it is interview. So we can have this ask open-ended questions. We can listen actively while the interview is going on. Then we, of course, we have to avoid the assumptions. I already focused this point before. Assumptions are never going to work in the HR process. Actually, we should not assume that this person is in this way or this person is not fit for this thing, because this assumptions always, it may be like, because the user or the employee will be having some his or her own pain points. So we should be in a position to understand what are their pain points. Then only we can come up with the right idea, right solution. So, how to conduct effective user interviews? So, we should first of all define the goals. Then we should be in a position to choose the right participant. As like when we view the profile itself, we will come to know, or we will be able to filter the participants actually. Then we have the third step as creating a comfortable environment during the interview process, which will make the user or the employee also to be like feel good atmosphere while doing the interview actually. Then prepare thoughtful questions, of course, because by viewing the profile we are filtering the people. So that alone doesn't work actually, because the questions that we are going to ask matters a lot. So we should be well prepared with the essential, the important questions through which we are able to get the right employee. Yes, of course, some of the employees will be very smart enough, so that we will think that that person is the right one for the company. Now we are moving to the fifth one, that is build a rapport with the participants. Then we have to encourage open communication. This is like something which I told that it will make the environment comfortable for both, for the employee, also for the HR or manager, whoever it is. Then we have the taking note of that, recording the session, which is very, very important. Nowadays, all the interviews are recorded actually. At least by the AI powered recording, we have the summary, we get it after the interviews. And even we have nowadays, we have the interviews that are taken by the AI tools, that also we have nowadays. Like we won't be having the real HR on the other end. We do have the AI helping tools who will be having the already prepared questions. They will ask the questions, they will give us the time frame to answer for that, and according to our answer they will have the reply. So that happens nowadays. Then we have to all these, like what the based on the questions that you have asked, how open ended the question was, how the communication had happened, how the environment we have set. Depending upon all these, we will be able to analyze them, observe them, and get the data actually. So yes, interviewing employees all these uncovers the motivations, then pain points that data alone can't show actually. So interview is very, very important. It is not just the profile will give everything data about those people. The profile won't say everything that the user or the employee have. So it is the first thing, that is the interview, which help us to know more about. Okay, yeah, fine. So now again, there is an activity for us. It is actually a pair up activity. So I think we have only few people here. So what we are going to do is we will have two people in each team. So you can act as, one can act as an HR and the other can act as an employee. So you have to prepare, or you have to ask 2-3 questions about their workplace experience, which means the employee have to ask to the HR, the person who is acting as HR. The employee has to ask 2-3 questions about their workplace experience. Vice versa, it should be employee to the HR, HR to the employee. So minimum of 3 questions. you can have 3 questions. So just jot it down, those questions. So I'm going to give around 8 minutes for this. So what I'll do is, let me do one thing. How many are, we have 8 participants, right? In that, okay. Okay, 2 we will have. So what I'm going to do is, I'll move you to different rooms. What you can decide who should act as HR and who should act as employee. Okay, anyone can act as HR and anyone can act as employee. Prepare 3 questions on how the HR had felt and how the employee had felt. Okay, so I'm moving you to different rooms. So you can discuss there, because it is a group activity. So you won't be able to do this in a common room. I mean this main session room. So I'll just put you in rooms. So I think what you have to do is clear. You have to, you want me to present it again? It is like one act as HR, one act as employee, ask 2-3 questions about their workplace experiences. Or I'll do one thing. I'll just put this in chat so it will be easy for you people to. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to put in chat whatever task you have to do. Yes, this is the activity I have put in chat. Okay, so we are having actually two people. In one team, we will be having 3 members, and in one team, we will be having 2 members. Okay, so in 3 members team, you can do one thing. 2 people can act as HR, and 1 person can act as the employee. So moving you to groups. You will get a notification. So please do respond for the notification. Okay, I think, okay, I'll move you also, ma'am, because Priya ma'am will be alone in one room. So I'm moving you also to room number 3.
I
Please do
think
accept.
four are there. 4 are there now.
Okay, okay. I'll then move others. Yes.
Two we can put it.
Yeah.
If
2 I'll
I'll join then.
Yeah. So I have moved. All of you, please respond to the message. Okay, can you all please respond to the message so that you will be moved to different rooms? Did you get any message?
Can you send again? I didn't get it. Yes, I got it now.
Yeah, yes. Please accept it. Yeah. Priya ma'am, could you please join? And yeah, others, you have got the notification. Can you please join to, can you please move to the room? Yeah, hello. Yes, Priya ma'am, Intwin sir. Could you please respond to the message and move to the rooms? Yeah, hello, Priya ma'am. Are you there? Because you both have not joined in rooms. And sir, yeah, Ashwini sir.
Hello. No
Yeah,
one is
yeah,
joined in room number 2. I'm alone was there.
yeah. Nobody had accepted actually.
You saw that. Mm,
Okay,
mm,
then we will do here. That's fine. I think Shanti ma'am,
Yes, please.
shall we do
Let
it
us see.
you and Arvind sir? Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah, sure.
yeah, so I'll do one thing. I'll move you both to that room, ma'am. Just a minute. I
Okay.
will move you both. Yeah,
Instead
move
of
to
my
room number
name, you
one.
would have choose who is not speaking, so that they could get exposure.
Okay,
They would
okay.
have come out of that fear.
Uh,
If you have any female people, you can join with her. For me, no problem. I'm giving my input. I'm
okay.
also okay with that.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, I
Yeah,
joined
I have
myself.
actually. Okay. Yeah, I have
Mm.
moved to room number one, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hi, ma'am. Hi, sir. I hope you have completed.
Yeah, we were about to complete. By then, we are back to the main hall.
Okay, you want few more minutes, maybe 2 more minutes?
No, we had a discussion of 2 questions. Arvind, is that fine?
Ah, yes. Yeah. Sir, you want more time?
I think
Sir is on
you're
mute
on mute now.
actually.
Yeah, he's on mute. He's back to the room. Am I right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Main session.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It's
No,
fine.
sir.
Okay.
Is that fine? Like we will discuss, or you want maybe 2 or 3 more minutes, sir? Because ma'am had told that only 2 questions you have done.
You said 2 to 3 questions, right? So two
Yeah.
questions is sufficient.
Okay, sir. Then fine.
Okay.
You want us to tell what is the question and
Yeah.
what is the discussion went on? Okay.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Actually, in this particular this thing, Mr. Arvind, he was a HR and I being the employee of the organization, employee here.
Okay. Okay.
So as for the interview, the first question from the employee to the HR was
Hmm.
asking for the feedback of the interview which was being conducted.
Okay.
And the second question, which was asked by the employee to the HR, was how will be my career path in the next 5 years if I join the organization, if I'm selected and join the organization. So these were the 2 questions which was being posted by the employee to the HR.
Okay. By the HR?
So I have given
Oh, that was
by the
not
HR
being
no
done.
questions.
Only this.
This is the
Ah.
one.
So
Okay.
feedback was
Okay.
being given.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Okay. So you have done it as the employee is asking to HR, correct?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. From HR to
Employee is
employee.
asking to the HR. Right.
Okay, ma'am. Fine. Yeah, that's okay. From HR to employee, that part is not done.
Yes, that was not done.
Yes.
It's okay. It's okay. Fine. Okay. So yeah, thank you for to both of you for yeah, this activity. So moving to the session again, we have yes, I'm sharing my screen. Yes. Okay. So this is what you have already done. One will act as an HR and the other one will act as an employee. So now the first part, that is the interview part, interview tool is over. Now we have 3 more tools. One is observation, then the other one is pulse survey, and then the focus groups. So regarding this observation, I already told that it is like something we do observe, through the observations we'll be able to understand more than the employee or the user talks. It is better to have a very good careful watch our employees and user. So this will be very easy to find what is the scenario that they are going on, or what is that they are facing, what are the pain points that they are having. So yeah, observations, observe the employees in their real work environment, focus on actual behavior versus what people say. Because some people will say that this is what that particular person is doing, and this is the he or she is always doing wrong. These things happens when people say things, but when we carefully watch them, we will be able to understand the actual behavior. Then identify the interactions, the workflows, the bottlenecks, what are the things that they are facing, the capture of pain points, the frustrations, and workarounds, everything we can watch. Then look for repeated patterns, hidden challenges. Then, after this, we should be in a position to take notes of the emotions, the body language, the engagement levels by them, like how much they have done maybe it could be the target or KPIs, or whatever it is, we can observe like how they work, what is their actual behavior during work. If we are like giving them a particular task, how they are dealing with that task, what is the time frame they are taking for that, how they deal with that, with the frustration mindset or the positive mindset, everything will reflect in their solution or the task outcome. So this is how observations deal with. Then we have the pulse surveys. Pulse service is yeah, it is very short, it is quick service that happens weekly once, or sometimes it is 2 week once. depends upon the company, then we will be able to understand or capture the real time employee feedback actually. Like the questions will be in such a way that we are able to get the feedback, the real feedback from the employee. We will have the suggestions from the employee, what are the things that is to be improved from our side, everything will be there. Or I can give you a few questions that will be there in pulse surveys, like what are your suggestions, what you have to work with, what the company have to work with. Are you able to achieve your target in the last 1 week? If yes, are you happy for that? If no, why couldn't you achieve your target? What is the rating that you give to yourself? It is not to the company. What is the rating that give to yourself for the task that you have completed in last week? How satisfied are you? All these questions will be there in the pulse survey, which helps the employee to, if he is not in the right path, it will make him or her to again think of actually what is the career growth, or what is the growth part I have done in last week during my work. So they make them to think. Actually, these questions are not just to get the feedbacks only, or the pulse surveys are not to just get the feedback. No, it will make the employee to think, double check, correct, like what I have done in the last, because 1 week is getting over, what is that I have learned, what is the process I have learned, what is that I should change, what are my targets I'm like which I couldn't complete, why I was not able to complete this. All these questions will arise when we do the pulse survey actually. So focus areas are engagement, the workplace culture. Of course, these questions also will be there. How you are dealing with your manager, that may be the next like higher designation that you are having in the hierarchy. How is the conversation with you and manager? How is the support system by the manager? All these questions will be having in the pulse surveys actually. So you use like a simple targeted questions. We have 2 to 5 questions. Sometimes we have 10 questions around. It helps to track the trends over time actually, like what does that employee feel in every week. So this helps us to get the graph of that employee. That will, it will help the HR to do that. Also the employee like they can themselves find their graph actually, like am I growing in this company, what is that I have done in 1 week. So everything we can do during, because of this pulse survey enables quick HR actions and improvements. Yeah, of course. These surveys are actually noted when we have the HR meeting, maybe monthly feedback meeting or some whatever it is. During that time, HR will these all feedbacks are recorded, and based on this, HR will ask the questions again, like what is that? Why you were not able to complete your target? What you feel the difficulty in doing completing the target, or what are you facing, what is that issue, how is your colleague if you are working in two in a group or something like that, they will ask about the colleague also, how supporting he or she is, everything. So now yeah, so this is how the pulse surveys actually will work. So this both observation is very important. First point that we have discussed, that is the uh, interview part, that is also very important. Then this one, that is the observation, very very important. Then we have the pulse survey, which is also very important, which help us. Pulse survey is actually important not only for the employee but also for both. It will help the employee and the HR side, both the people, to get track of what they are doing actually. So pulse surveys are very very important. Many of the companies have implemented that one. So like it is very happy to see that companies are thinking about all these changes, HR process changes, design thinking, improvisations in that field. It is very happy to see those things. Okay, now, so now we will move to the that is like a little bit more into the topic, that is empathy. So we will be dealing with how the empathy maps are going to work. So before that, I would like to share you a video which will give you the complete information about what is this empathy map, how this innovation and empathy map is connected, you will get all those details actually. So I'll share that to you now. Yeah, just give me 1 second. Yeah, sharing the video right now. I'll share my screen.
Thinking, the best solutions don't start with a product, they start with a person. That's where the empathy map comes in. It's a powerful tool to help me step into my customer's shoes. Not just to understand what they do, but how they feel, think, and struggle. So, what is an empathy map, really? It's a simple visual framework that places the user at the center and surrounds them with 4 key perspectives: says, thinks, does, and feels. I use it to reveal hidden motivations, deep emotions, and those contradictions between what people say and what they actually experience. Let's make this real with a scenario. Suppose I'm redesigning support tools for elder care staff in Singapore. After interviews and observing their daily routines, here's how I'd fill out the map. Under says, I hear, counting laundry is tiring. I throw the garbage twice a day. Thinks, these tasks feel physically draining. I don't have enough support or recovery time. Does, lifts heavy items, interacts with others under stress. Feels, overwhelmed, physically burdened, emotionally unsupported. Here's the insight. Even though she doesn't openly complain, this staff member is showing signs of burnout. Her needs aren't just physical. She's craving emotional recognition and ergonomic support. So how do I actually build an empathy map? Here's what I do, step by step. First, set a goal. What decision will this map inform? Am I redesigning a process, a product, or a policy? Next, explore the inner world. What truly matters to my user? What are they worried about? What motivates them? Then explore the outer world. What do they see, hear, say, and do in their environment? Who influences them? Peers, family, supervisors? After that, summarize the patterns. I highlight major emotional drivers and pain points. Finally, refine and finalize. I review with my team, update with new insights, and use it to define our next design challenge. A few quick tips from experience. Don't stress about where to put every detail. Focus on what's important. It's okay to revise as you learn more. Remember, the empathy map is a living tool, not a final report. Why does it work? Because it summarizes critical insights visually, helps teams connect emotionally to their users, and it's fast, cheap, and extremely effective. So, before jumping into ideas or solutions, I always pause and map the human experience. Because when I understand what my user feels, I can design what they truly need. And that's the real heart of design thinking.
Okay. So yes, you might have got the basic idea of why the empathy map matters. So empathy map is actually it helps you to understand or step into the user's mind and organize the insights that is collected from, because we might have already collected some of the information regarding the user through the interview, because we have done with, when we reach the empathy mapping step, we have already done with the interview part, then we have done with the observation, then we have done with the pulse survey, then all those etc, focus groups, everything, this part is already done. So while doing the empathy map, it will help you to, or it will help you to step into the user's mind, how to collect the all the data, or how to work with the whatever data you have collected, data that you have collected during the all other prior, like previous steps actually. So what is basically we can tell that what the user really experience, or what he or she is experiencing, we get with the help of this empathy map. So empathy map is actually having yeah, let me share my screen. Empathy map is
Just a
actually,
minute. I have, sorry for the interruption. For
yes
long
sir.
days, I have one question.
uh,
See, we people are saying that I need to stand on your shoe, then only I can feel your pain or whatever it is. Right?
Okay, yeah, sir.
Exactly. Get that
Mm,
what you feel. In case if you're not allowing me to stand on your shoe, then how I
mm.
can do that? In that situation, how we can deal with that?
Um, that means like the user is not allowing you to
Mm,
understand what he or she feels, correct?
yes. You're
Ah,
not allowing me to stand on your shoe.
okay. See, actually, sir,
First, you
what?
have to allow me. Then only I could feel that what you're
Ah,
feeling or how you're feeling. Since
yeah.
you are not allowing me to do, then how I could do that?
Okay, sir. So actually, most of the time, what happens is just see that just we will just talk with examples. Okay, so you are having, let it be you are having a company. Okay, you have the clients, user or employee, whoever it is. They are approaching you for some problem. It could be a tech-based problem or anything. So they, if they are approaching you, they those people will be having one. Sometimes those people, what they do is they will come up with a problem statement. They will tell that this is the problem I'm facing, this product, what should I do, this may be the, just within one sentence they will complete it. But we people, since we are already knowing about like how the steps or how we should start from the base, we will be, these tools that we will be learning throughout will help you to understand, even though that person is not ready to say, these tools will help you to understand more about the person. So for example, if we are doing the pulse survey, it is not promising that all the people will do the pulse survey genuinely, correct? Because some people will do it like they just have to put the positive things only, they will do in that way. Some people will put that they are feeling very worst about the company and they have to do in that way, only the worst comments they have to give. But still we have not only one tools or one method to understand the client. That is why we are learning about different tools. So interview, if we consider about just an interview or just a talk that we are having with our employee, maybe completely the real part is not revealed. That is the first step. But if we start to observe that person, we will be able to understand what he or she is having the main problem. So this will help us to understand more about the employee, even though he or she is not revealing to us. They are not coming to us or they are not approaching the HR and they are not talking to us that this is the problem I'm facing. No, we are digging and we are finding out how or what the problem they are facing actually. So we even though they don't want to they don't want to do the like they don't want to reveal them how they or what they think, we people will be able to, you or somebody like whoever is having the position of an HR, that person will be able to understand what is the real problem they will be, because we have the tools that to learn to do, we know how to empathize on them, we know to learn about that employee, how to learn about that employee, we already know that. So we will be able to understand that thing. That is why we are actually learning the tools, even though they are not allowing us to do, these tools will help us. Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, can I give my perspective on this, if it is
Yeah, yes,
okay?
yes, ma'am, sure.
Yeah, this is one of the question which was asked to me by the employee,
Mm,
one of the nurse to me when I was
mm.
working in a healthcare industry.
Yes, ma'am.
So they was asking me, you said you need to be empathetic. I say, come one step forward. Then they say, what do you mean by that? So
Okay.
what I could explain for the empathy mapping, they're putting in themselves in the shoes of others. I said, when a patient come inside the hospital, okay, how you can be empathetic is, one is when a patient is coming inside, what they see. Okay, so what they see
Yes,
is
ma'am.
the hospital environment, which you say as behavior. And then the second thing, putting yourself in the shoes of others, when you say, second part is what they hear. So the conversation, the tone of the staff is what the second part is. And the third is what they think. Will I get the right care? Is what will be going on in the mind of the patient. And the fourth is
Yes, ma'am.
what they feel. That is, the feeling is the fear could be anxiety or the hope of a patient. So the fourth one is what they feel. And then I said
Yes,
them
okay, ma'am.
what they say or do. Okay, when they say what they say or do is ask questions, show frustrations or gratitude. These are the things they show or they do, say or they do. And the last thing the need is, what they need is the assurance, clarity, and comfort. So these are the 6 things which you can think from the point of view of the patient, and then you can be empathetic. It will be easy for you to map. So this was what I explained to them in the hospital when I was working as a HR in the hospital. So this is one of the example I just wanted to share with you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing. Actually, yeah, actually, companies what they do is we have actually that monthly we will have the review meet. So in the review meet, it will go like nearly 1 hour. It will go because the HR will be asking about all those scenario that you are going through, what we feel, what is that. HR will be in very friendly and frankly way of asking the questions. Like it is not just like a question or answer. It is not just like a questionnaire. Actually, HR with like with lots of we can say with loaded love, the HR will ask us the questions. It will make us to maybe we may be thinking like I should not answer in this way. I should not answer in this way, but the HR will make us to reveal like or share whatever we have to we would like to share on that that part actually. So this will automatically comes from the employee when the questions are asked with that environment setup. That is why we talked about the open end communications. Then we should create that environment where it feels good for the employee to talk to or to share to us like what is that they need, what are their suggestions, everything. Yes. So this is what we have to do, even though they don't want to reveal. It will be like we will be able to, through our questions, the questions will be in such a way that we will be able to understand that particular employee actually. Yes. I hope I have answered your question, sir. Yeah. Yes,
Is
sir.
on
Yeah.
mute? Sharbin
Yes, sir,
is on
Yeah.
mute.
yeah, yeah. I got it. I got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you. So yeah, we are having only one more part to deal with for today's session. That is like empathy mapping. We have already started with it. So we have some sections for this empathy mapping. So this is what which helps us to helps us to understand the real problem of the user. So we are going to see what are those parts or what are those sections that help us to understand our employee, the real problem with the use of with the help of empathy map. So I'm just sharing my screen. Yes. So this is actually very important to do the empathy map always, which will help us. Yeah. So this is how we have to do the empathy map. Actually, it is divided into 4 parts. The parts that is 4 parts meant is it is says, it is thinks, then does, feels. These are the 4 parts of empathy map actually. So for example, I have given here. I have taken the employee onboarding as example. So see here, says, that is, I told you, right? We are dividing it into 4 sections. The first section is says. Says means like during the onboarding time, what the employee have felt like. They say that I feel lost at first. Maybe that is the thing that they feel or that they say. Then the second section is what he or she thinks. So we will be in a like we will be having that all the thoughts coming to our mind that will I fit with this position, am I fit to this. This is the next thing that comes. We will start to think after once the interview or something is done. Then the third part that we have is does. Does means we read all the manuals, we ask to the peers like what had happened, or the same thing we will ask them like am I fit for this, what I'm feeling very lost. All these are the things that we do actually. Then feel is the last section. Feel means it is like we are feeling very anxious, we are feeling very curious to know that whether I am in or out of this, or very anxious about like the same thing like am I fit, how I'm going to start with. All this comes under the empathy map actually. So this is how actually we do the empathy map. So actually I have, we have one more activity. So you can do one thing. For the time being, we are not doing the activity. So you can just note this down. That is like pick an HR process. You can pick any process that is onboarding, the appraisal, anything, and you have to fill this the same way. I'm just showing you that the same way means we have 4 sections. One is say, then is think, then it is does, then feel. So for say, I have already given you the examples. I feel lost at first. Then things like, will I fit to this? Then I do something like asking to the peers. Then going through the manuals, the brochures, everything I'll do. Then I will feel like okay, a little bit anxious, curious to know whether this works or not. So for that, so this is the activity that we were supposed to do. So you can just note it down. Like you can use any, you can take any of the process, and then you can divide it into 4 groups, 4 sections, and you can see like what says, and then thinks, and does, and feel. So this is one activity. Then finally we have one more tool, that is the personas. So personas is actually like it make empathy tangible and help design better HR solutions actually. So this is actually very simple thing, like fictional but realistic employee profiles based on the research, and represents a group similar to employee. We use a segment kind of, then we built using the data that we have collected from the interview, then the survey, the observations, everything that we have done, we will collect those data, because everything is recorded, analyzed, everything, all the data about the employee is analyzed and recorded every time. So we do those built using, the personas are built using upon those data that we have collected. Then it includes the demographics, that is age, role, how the personas that persona will look like. That also I'll give you the example here. So what are the goals of that, what is the goal of that employee, or what are the challenges that he or she is facing, how their behavior and motivation. So behavior and all we will get from the observation part of the the empathy stage. Yes, so finally I'm just going to show you, yeah, this is also, we have actually one more activity to do the persona. So I'll just, this is like we have the less count of people here. So I don't want you people to again pair up and do this activity. So just note down this activity too. That is like, you will be choose any employee type. It could be a fresher, it could be a manager, or it could be a remote worker, and fill the persona template. So you may be asking me like how to do the template, correct? So this is the actually real template for persona. That is, you will have the when you want to create the employee persona, you will have all these questions, all these datas, like the name, the age, the role, the department they work with, then their goals, then the challenges or the pain points they are facing, the behavior motivations which will be got from the observation part. Then we have the surveys. All these things will help us to build the persona of the employee. So this is actually very important, which helps us to like understand our employee, what they are facing, the real problem, the real issue they are facing. Is it because of the culture, I mean the environment, they feel boredom, or it is because of some of the as like ma'am had told, it is shared with us, that is it because of any conflicts, or differences in ideas, how it will be, or what it could be, everything we will get all the data with the help of this persona. So that is how we build this. Yeah, that's it. So for today we have only like this much. We will wind up the session. So we have any questions, actually I would like to ask if you have any questions or not. Yeah, any questions from your side?
As of now, no conflict.
Okay, thank you sir for your feedback. Then yeah, anybody else is having any questions? So we have dealt with the first step of design thinking, the empathy
Yeah,
part, all the tools. Yeah,
I-
ma'am.
the session was really good actually. Maybe because
Okay,
of
thank you.
today's festival day, being a festival day, I think many people would not have joined.
Okay.
Uh, we'll see how it works out in the next week. But the session was really interesting
Yeah,
and very
I'm actually
informative too.
expect. Yeah, Okay, thank you, ma'am. I'm actually expecting more people for our
Meanwhile, is
program.
there any possible to check with the participants? Can we take the sessions in Friday, Saturday? Why? Because Sunday is the only week off for majority of people.
Okay, sir,
Most
we
of
will think
people will
about
not
it,
use
sir. Yeah.
so that
We'll
since
work
you
it out.
people are
Yeah.
taking more efforts preparing PPT, spending your time,
Mm.
so it should be valuable and should be vice versa, like a win-win policy. Think about it.
Yeah.
Thanks a
Yes,
lot
sir,
for
for
thanks for
sure.
your effort and inputs.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing your mini. Like you have been a good participant, sharing all your ideas. Thank you for that, sharing your feedbacks. Yes. Yeah. So yes, ma'am. Shall we wind up it for today? We have dealt with all the
Yeah, sure,
topics
sure,
of
sure.
empathy. Yeah, mapping part we will do in the next session. It will be like, of course,
We'll
it will
do
be a
that.
little bit more encouraging. Interactive session. We will have the mapping. Everything will be done in the next session next week. And sir, we will think about this Friday, Saturday, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So we
Thank
will
you so
wind up.
much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.